Welcome back, Ms. Boyden. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, just before we begin this next session, I just wanted to reiterate the confidentiality policy. I told you before that our sessions stay strictly between us and the agency. I only have to report any incidents if you are being abused, or if a child or anybody else in your family or that comes into my sessions are abused. Everything okay with that?
Yeah.
You have any questions or comments? All right, so how are things going since our last session?
Me and my daughter's relationship hasn't gotten any better. I try to talk to her, but she's just so busy, and I don't want to inconvenience her because she does have, a family of her own and life of her own. So I just want me and my daughter's relationship to get back to the way that it was.
Okay, and when we spoke last, you also mentioned something about your health problems. Have those?
Well, I went to the doctor last week for my checkup, and he told me that I had lost a significant amount of weight, about 30 pounds, and I can't really do stuff for myself now, so my daughter does it all. Sometimes she be in such a rush that she can't, fix me breakfast or dinner, or, so I'm just left until the grandkids come and they might fix me something, or if the son-in-law feels up to it, he might fix me something.
So you're living in the home with your daughter and her husband and your grandkids?
Yes.
Okay, what are the living arrangements like?
Well, she had an extra room in her back room of her house, so I stay there, and I pay her $40 a month.
How do you feel about that?
I feel that as my daughter, I should get the same respect as I give you. I never charged you to stay in the house, or you to eat, or, I provided food for you, clothing for you, shelter for you, but I do understand that this is her house, and, I help her every way that I can.
Where are you getting your funds from?
Well, since my hip fracture, I do get a disability check, but it's not really that much.
Have you spoke to your daughter or your son-in-law about the payment arrangements? Like, have you told her how hard it is on you, being that you're on a set income?
Yeah, I talked to her about it. I don't really say much to her about my son-in-law, but I talked to her about it, and we, she just said anytime that, if I had a little extra just to help her with little stuff, she doesn't expect me to pay a whole bill or anything, but if I have extra just to, help her out, if she needed it.
Okay, so you're saying that your relationship didn't really get better. What was causing the problems in your relationship with your daughter?
I was feeling like I was a burden to my daughter, because here it is, she has a family of her own, she has a life, she has a job, she has a husband, and she's taking care of me. And I feel like she shouldn't be the one taking care of me, I should be the one taking care of her.
But you understand that you're not capable of doing so anymore. Have you been able to humble yourself just to live in her home so that it's not causing any real problems or any more health problems to you?
I have gotten better, it's kind of hard waking up one day and realizing you can't really do much to yourself when you're so used to getting up and taking yourself to the bathroom, or bathing yourself, or cooking yourself dinner or breakfast, or being able to drive to work. It's kind of hard to just have all of that taken away from you, and then you have to depend on somebody else.
So it seems to me that you're feeling a little powerless and desperate. Is that
So to speak, yeah.
because you're not used to having someone else taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
But have you really weighed the other options, like a home or a nursing home or any other family members?
Well, I do not want to go to a nursing home. That would be my biggest fear of me getting put into a nursing home. But I do have an older sister, but me and her really aren't on speaking terms.
And would you mind elaborating on that?
Well, it kind of goes back to the nursing home situation. When our mother got sick, the first thing she wanted to do was put her in a nursing home where she lived at. And of course, we're here in Virginia, and she lives all the way in New York. So I couldn't get up there to see mom like how I wanted to. So my sister took mom up there, and she put her in a nursing facility up there, and then she just left her. She would only go see her maybe once or twice a week, and then she just stopped coming, and then it was just like mom died alone in a nursing home. So that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to go into a nursing home because I'm afraid I'm going to get left in a nursing home and die the same way that my mother did.
I understand. So, do you have a relationship with your sister anymore since your mother's death?
We might talk every so often, maybe once a month. I'll call and check up on her and make sure she's still living. But, you know, I really fought hard for my mom not to go in a nursing home. I didn't have space at that time for her to come live with me. And I didn't have the finances to come with me either because I was alone. I lost my husband due to an accident. So I didn't have the space or the time to, you know, take care of my mother like how I really wanted to. So she took it upon herself to put mom in a nursing home, and we just really haven't had that relationship like we used to have.
Do you want to mend your relationship with your sister?
Yes, I would love to mend my relationship with my sister.
Okay, that's something that I can work on with you. Also, how's your relationship with your son-in-law that you're living with?
My son-in-law can be very disrespectful and rude at times. I feel like he doesn't want me in the house because my daughter's showing me more attention. Not attention, but she's helping me more than she should with him. And then they get in arguments, and he says, "Oh, you don't care about me. It's all about your mother," and all this stuff. And he's mentioned to the kids, you know, we're going to get grandma out of here so it can just be us. We can be a family. And I want to have a better relationship. Our relationship was good before I moved in the home, but now it's like everything is just shifted.
So basically, he's not helping your daughter with you at all. Like, you already told me that your daughter is too busy and she barely has time to feed you or to help you get around the house. So your son-in-law is not helping with anything.
He helps a little bit. He might, you know, fix me something. If he's fixing dinner, then, you know, he'll set me out a plate or something like that. He does a little bit, but he doesn't do as much as my daughter does or my grandkids do.
Okay. So it seems to me that we have two major concerns here: your health and your relationships with your family members and your home that you're living in now. What do you think is the best way we should go about this? Do you feel like you want to be removed from the home, or do you just want to fix the bonds within the home?
I do not want to be removed from the home. I would love to fix the bonds that are going on in the home, you know, and be that tight-knit family that we once were before I moved in. So I would love to fix the bonds that I have with my family, but as far as me leaving the house, I have nowhere to go.
I understand that. So you said you already ruled out the nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister is not available. Do you have any other children?
I do have another daughter, but my daughter's a very bad crack addict. She had, you know, she was married, and she just could not stay off of it. So one day when her husband Charles, that's who he was, he went to work and came back, and he came back from work, and she had sold all the furniture out of their house. Everything was gone, and you know, she just sold it all for crack, and he just had nothing left after that. So he got a divorce, and she might call every once in a month. I don't have a number to reach her. So, you know, she calls on her own.
How does it make you feel that you don't speak with your daughter? Like, she was raised in your home, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then she had this drug problem and with her husband, and now you don't talk to her. She's really distant, as if that's not even your child. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I could have done something better as a mother. I feel like I might have been too lenient with her, or I just wasn't stern enough with her. So maybe that falls back on my part. Maybe this is because of me, but I don't want to think that this is because of me.
I'm not understanding, why would you blame yourself for that daughter, and the daughter that you're living with is completely opposite? Can I say that? She didn't have any problems living in your home. She didn't have any drug issues. So why would you blame yourself for your other child's problems and that child came out okay?
Well, Asia is the oldest. That's the one I'm living with now. I was hard on her because she was the first, but then here came Erin, the baby girl, and I was more lenient on her. I would let her go where she wanted to and get in the house when she wanted to, and of course that wasn't fair to Asia. But I felt like if I was as stern on Erin as I was Asia, then Erin would have turned out a little better than what she is now.
So it just seems that you guys are having some inner family issues. Have you planned to bring both your daughters together to discuss these issues?
Well, I've talked to Asia, and Asia had no problem coming in and talking, but of course I can't get a hold of Erin.
Okay. So it seems like that's something else we can work on. We can work on getting your relationship back with both of your daughters, so that you can go in peace, basically. Not to wish anything bad or anything like that, but I just would like you to gain your bonds back with your children before anything happens to them or anything like that. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Helping me? Well, we can help each other find your other daughter, and hopefully I can get her away from her drug problems and any other issues she's having with her husband or something like that. Is that okay? So on to your health issues, I would also like, what, did you say something about you were losing weight? Is it because your daughter doesn't have time to help you eat?
It partially that, and then it was also because I guess I was, being a little depressed. I was missing my husband, and moving in with my daughter, and I would maybe eat once a day. It wouldn't be a big meal; it would be something little, and that was it.
Have you seen a physician lately?
When I go in for my rehabilitation on my hip, he talks to me about a diet and stuff like that.
And you're not up to that.
I try it. Some of the foods he be recommending be nasty, but I try it.
Okay, maybe I can speak with him on your behalf, and hopefully we can rearrange that diet plan so that you can eat better things that you would like and start gaining weight back. I don't want you to lose too much weight. So that's one of my goals today here. I would like for you to seek a physician, and hopefully we can get him to give you a better diet plan, and also he can help with your rehabilitation so that you can use the bathroom as we discussed in our previous session. Are you still having those problems?
It hurts from time to time, but I try to manage.
Okay. Well, in that case, I also, since you said that you don't want to be removed from the home, and your daughter has too much time for you, doesn't have too much time for you, and I would like to bring in a health aide, a home care aide. She'll come in and help you eat and prepare meals. She can also help your daughter clean up around the house whenever your grandchildren aren't there. How do you feel about that?
You can talk it over with my daughter.
She shouldn't have any problems with that, you think?
I don't think so, but it's her house, so we talk
Okay, we can discuss that with her, because that is one of my goals with you. I would like to bring her into the home so that we can start building up your relationship with your daughter, so that she wouldn't have to worry about your health as much. We can have the aide come in and help you with those things, so that you and your daughter can just worry about your family issues. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Boynton, are there any other concerns that I should know about?
Man, I think you hit it home.
Okay, would you mind coming back for another session?
No, I'd
Just
love
to-
to come back for it.
Just to check up on you, make sure everything's going okay, especially after you, meet with your doctor. All right, I'm gonna have you sign off on some paperwork, at the front desk, and she can schedule you in for another appointment, hopefully around a week or two after you see your doctor.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's nice seeing you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.